Wise Guys Cooking is brought to you by Everson Spice.
I'm not just the undertaker. I am the president of the Chicago Funeral Parlors Association, and it's been my pleasure to do it for the great many years, I'm such a fan of Frank. And then I play the psychiatrist that took care of Frank's problem.
We have a special treat for you tonight. Let's have a warm Wise Guys welcome for the president of the Chicago Funeral Parlors Association, Mr. Franklin C. Stiff. Nice to have you here tonight, Franklin. I heard you come from a long line of Stiffs.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Actually, I do, but before we get into that, I would like to just tell you how happy and delighted I am to be on your wonderful show with you wonderful people, because I have been a fan of yours for a long, long time, watched your career blossom, as it were. It's really been something wonderful to see.
Oh, you're the one.
Yes, but I'm not the only one. My wife, Stella.
Your wife's name is Stella Stiff?
Yes. Won't blame her parents for that. Can't blame me. I had nothing to do with that. But she just absolutely loves you to death.
To death.
Did I say death?
A little play on words.
Sorry, it's a little joke, I guess. But no, actually, I do come from a long, proud line of Stiffs. My great ancestors learned their trade from the ancient Egyptian mummy wrappers. It was back, 500 BC, when the ancient Egyptians experimented with mixing clay and dirt as sort of a stiffening agent, so to speak, as it were. And then they converted it into what you Italians today refer to as cement. And as you know, Frank, Italians in Chicago are quite familiar with cement. It has a wide variety of uses.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Another thing very interesting is, I guess it was in the 1920s when the Italians first started working with cement. It was a shoemaker from the South Side, Vinny the Shoemaker, Pincher Tushy, who actually invented, stay with me, invented the form-fitting cement shoes used by many people to swim in the Chicago River. Well, it didn't take very long before it became and created quite a splash with certain Italian families.
Wow. Well, that's an amazing story. But why don't you tell us what the C in Franklin C. Stiff stands for?
Well, that would be Franklin Cadaver
Cadaver.
Stiff.
Okay, folks. Well, listen, We'll be right back after this short message. Stick around.
I gotta get my luggage packed. I'm leaving town.
Wise Guys Cooking is brought to you by Everson Spice.
Hey, Frankie. Frankie,
Hi,
my
Doc.
boy, good to
How
see
are
you.
you, Doc?
What's wrong? What's going on? How can I help you?
Well, you know, it's very strange. I feel like I'm Frank Sinatra. I walk like Frank. I talk like Frank. I sing like Frank. I've even got blue eyes like Frank.
That is strange. Tell me about your life, then. Tell me about your life as Frank Sinatra. I mean, where did it start? How? When? What?
Well, I can't really say where or when, but you know, it's just one of those things. It's kind of like witchcraft, you know? Well, just blame it on my youth. I don't know. You know, as I got older, I got obsessed with Frank, and I wanted to do things my way, but I found out I was doing things his way.
Well, it definitely sounds like an interesting life.
It's interesting, all right. You know, when I was 35, well, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independent means. We'd ride in limousines, and their chauffeurs would drive when I was 35. Well, you know, I remember one time, it was a foggy day in London town, and I met this beautiful broad. We spent a lot of time together, and you know, the next thing I know, she was talking about love and marriage. Well, I wasn't about to fall into that trap, no matter how tender. But I told her, hey baby, I get a kick out of you, but this can't go on from here to eternity. You know what she said? Don't worry about me, I'll get along.
Well, like I said, Frank, you've had quite an interesting life, but what I don't understand is why you're so depressed.
Well, gosh, you know, I feel like the days are short, like I'm in the autumn of my life. I think of myself as vintage wine from fine old kegs.
Well, maybe too much wine from Frank's old kegs.
Well, maybe so, Doc. But you know, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, come rain or come shine.
Well, I think you will. And I think we will. And I think I can help you with this, but it's not going to be easy. In the record business vernacular that I'm sure you're used to, this is not going to be a single. I'm afraid this is going to be a long album.
Boy, well, Doc, I'm with you all the way. And Doc, I want you to know, I believe in you. And, you know, I just can't help feeling that the best is yet to come.
Well, me too, Frank. Me too. Look, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Make an appointment with my secretary, Ava, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, thanks a lot. Good to see you.
Ava, would you send in the, is there anybody out there? Hey, Tony. Tony, it's good to see you. What's that?
You know, I got a lot of problems. You know, I think I'm Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect, you know?
I gotta get my luggage packed. I'm leaving town, it won't be.
No reasonable offer refused. That's our promise here at J.R. Thomas Golf Cars. Our biggest blowout sale on all pre-owned vehicles. This is a limited time offer. Sale is over in 60 days. My father, Bobby Thomas, opened up electric car distributors in 1960. I joined him in 1977, where I was groomed to run and operate a trusted golf car business. Come in now for our big blowout sale here at J.R. Thomas Golf Cars in Rancho Mirage. As my father always said, take care of your customers or someone else will.
In the mood for some real Italian today? Then stop by either of our locations in Palm Springs or Palm Desert. Whether you want a handcrafted sandwich from our deli counter or a garden fresh salad for lunch, the Real Italian Deli is a real find. Choose from our wide variety of hot meals such as lasagna bolognese, eggplant parmesan, and many others you can eat in or take home. We stock a wide variety of cheeses, sauces, pastas, and desserts so decadent you'll think you need a passport to buy them. So stop by today for lunch or let us send you home with dinner for tonight.
Wise Guys Cooking is brought to you by Everson Spice.
Well, folks, back by popular demand, we have our favorite mortician. So let's welcome the president of the Chicago Funeral Parlors Association, Mr. Franklin C. Stiff.
Thank you, Frank.
Good to have you here today.
It's good to be with you, these wonderful people. So nice. I'm actually here to promote our Chicago Funeral Parlor Association Black Friday sale this weekend only. Now, our specials include professional hairstyling, tuxedos, gowns, for you folks who want your loved ones to look their very best at their final curtain. Is that nice?
You're always thinking, Franklin.
Well, thank you. I try. But I can only take credit for some of these wonderful sales techniques. Mostly I give credit to our executive board and my wife, Stella Stiff. These ideas of theirs are truly groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking?
Why, yes, actually they are. Also, my close personal friend, Fred Lipschitz, and he's my brother-in-law as well. He has custom landscaped the grounds for just a myriad of wonderful different vistas. For instance, we have areas overlooking O'Hare Airport, the Chicago Loop, the South Side. Of course, I have a particular soft spot for the South Side. That's where I get most of my business, from the South Side. Lovely people. If your loved one's career now perhaps straddled that difficult moral line between criminality and politics, we have a lovely plot overlooking City Hall. See, it's
Well, that's very innovative, I must say. But did you say that Fred's last name was Lipschitz? Doesn't that mean that Stella's maiden name was Stella Lipschitz?
well, yes, it does. But this is one fine woman. Mm-hmm. She, even though she is quite the modern woman, as it were, she was quite willing to take my last name when we married. And now she uses the name Stella Lipschitz Stiff.
And she traded Lipschitz for Stiff.
Yes.
What a trooper.
Yes, absolutely. Glad you noticed. She is something. Well, back to the specials. Heating and air conditioning. All year-round comfort, year after year after year. And surround sound for music lovers. Now, this is wonderful. For no extra charge, we're going to give you one of those famous pillows that you've seen on television.
Oh, yeah.
That they're all raving about. Now, for when you and your friends come to visit, we're offering a fold-out picnic table built right into the gravestone so that you can make the picnic complete. Isn't that lovely?
That is lovely.
And I think a tasty little add-on.
Yes.
But this is what I'm most proud of. We're designing a cardboard, life-sized image of your loved one that you can place at the head of the table as if they had always been there, enjoying the day with you as if it never even happened.
As if what never happened?
You know. That.
That. Okay.
It's so nice to be here, but all good things must come to an end. It's just great to be above ground.
Well, thank you, Franklin, for coming today. Please come back again and tell us how your Black Friday event turned out.
I certainly will. I would be honored.
Well, let's have a warm round of applause for Franklin C. Stiff.
I gotta get my luggage packed. I'm leaving town, it won't be.
Well, folks, death is what they call in the movie business the final curtain. Our frequent guest, Franklin C. Stiff, president of the Chicago Funeral Parlors Association, has some advice for the loss of your loved ones. Let's hear it for Franklin C. Stiff.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have
Thank you, Larry. You're all right in my book.
He's sizing you up.
Well, really, I pretty much, well, I'm glad to be with you. Again, you lovely people. Remember, there's one thing about living in this world. It's very much like the mafia. You won't get out alive. It's a little mortuary humor. But we try to put the word fun back into the word funeral.
Well, you know, cemeteries are a thriving business. We talked to Dad the other day about how much a funeral cost. He was so upset, he lived for another 10 years.
Well, you know, Frank, we have rebranded the name cemetery. The correct socially acceptable description is now a home for the terminally still.
Well, that's clever.
Thank you.
You know, funeral ceremonies have become so peaceful and comfortable, you almost want to join your loved ones underground.
Well, I'm glad that you feel that way, Frank, because I have a certificate for 40% off in case you ever should get the urge to prepay your final curtain, as it were. This is for Frank. I have another one for you, Larry.
I think I'll wait.
Well, I wouldn't leave you out. You have one coming.
Well, you know, funerals, they cost so much today. I don't know how you can save any money, but a man came up with the phrase, you know, you can't take it with you. But he must have known something about the price of coffins.
Well, my advice would be to seek out your friendly neighborhood mortician and see if he has any recycled or used boxes.
Well,
Well, yes, they'll still do the trick.
lots of dead folks are being cremated these days, and their ashes are being spread over the ocean.
Yes, well, you know, when you're alive, you make many friends, such as you two and these lovely people, but unfortunately, you also make enemies. People who hate you so much they call vociferously that can't wait for you to die because they want to dance on your grave. A burial at sea takes care of that problem.
Well, folks, thank you very much, Franklin Stiff. We'll be right back, folks, after this short word.
I gotta get my luggage packed. I'm leaving town.
In the mood for some real Italian today? Then stop by either of our locations in Palm Springs or Palm Desert. Whether you want a handcrafted sandwich from our deli counter or a garden fresh salad for lunch, the Real Italian Deli is a real find. Choose from our wide variety of hot meals such as lasagna bolognese, eggplant parmesan, and many others you can eat in or take home. We stock a wide variety of cheeses, sauces, pastas, and desserts so decadent you'll think you need a passport to buy them. So stop by today for lunch or let us send you home with dinner for tonight.
Hi, I'm Frank DeGambliano, and I gained 25 pounds on the Sicilian spaghetti and meatball diet. And you can too.
I'm Tony DiGirlando, and I gained 20 pounds. I'm Tony Pomponio, and I gained 35 pounds. I'm Larry Capolato, and I only gained 15 pounds, but I cheated once and ate a salad.
You eat the spaghetti, you eat the meatballs, you gain the weight. You can look like this in 30 days. Order now and we'll throw in 20 pre-cooked ravioli, a margarita pizza with all your favorite stuff on the top of it, and 10 cannolis. But most important, you're gonna be able to look like this within 30 days. Order now.
In a moment, in the wink of an eye, in a moment, as the world passes by, you can see a smile as it breaks, and the magic that it makes. In a moment, just a casual glance changes slowly to the maddest romance, a new life, a new attitude. In a moment's interlude, in a matter of no time at all, you can win with your back to the wall. With a car to the river, your aces, home run on the bases. In the moment, though you're desperate and down, in a moment, it can all turn around. It's a fact I've known to be true from the moment I saw you. romance in the wink of an eye. In a moment, as the world passes by, you can see a smile as it breaks, and the magic that it makes. In a moment, just a casual glance changes slowly to the maddest romance. A new life, a new attitude, in a moment's interlude. In a matter of no time at all, you can win with your back to the wall. With a car to the river, your aces, home run on the bases. Down in a moment, it can all turn around. It's a fact I've known to be true from the moment I saw you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the desert's premier entertainer, Frank DeSalvo.
What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Well, it's almost like being in love. Oh, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. These little town blues. Where old Lemmy B, your teddy bear. Bye, Delilah. C'è la luna, mezzo mare, mamma mia, mi mare dare. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. 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 God bless the USA